Hello, everyone. Welcome to our class today. I'm Brooke Branch. I'm an essential oil educator with doTERRA Essential Oils, and I'm very excited today to teach all of you about all the different therapeutic uses for essential oils through pregnancy, labor and delivery, for your baby, and beyond. Because it might seem like this is a permanent thing for you, but it won't be forever, and then you're gonna want to use the oils for everything under the sun like I do. So I am going to first go over all of the the general information that I give at my regular classes, and then I'm going to specify it towards the end for how those oils can fit into what you would use for pregnancy and, like I said, labor and delivery and beyond. So hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Nice to meet you over Zoom.
Me too.
I've seen your name and I was like, that's probably your sister. I should send her a friend request, but she has no idea who I am. So I'm like,
All
anyway. So just to tell you a little bit about me and my background, I started getting into natural solutions and essential oils and things like that about over 4 years ago. I was looking for natural solutions for my kids. I have twin boys that are now 13. It's crazy to say because they certainly don't act 13. They act more like 9. But anyway, don't tell them I said that. So when they were around 8 years old, they had a lot of allergies, and I took them to the allergist and was told, oh, you should give them, Allegra and all the steroid sprays and everything every day. And I was like, that just does not sound right to me. And I had joined a Holistic Moms Club shortly before that, and I started looking into doTERRA, just kept coming up as some, as really top quality oils that I could use for them. So I found how the universe kind of just opens up when something like that happens. And all of a sudden I saw that my friend Amy was working with doTERRA, and was like, okay, that's what I'm going to try. And I went to her house on Thanksgiving Day, bought the biggest package I could get, and just started making my own nasal spray for them and diffusing different oils during the night. And it really worked. And it was just so empowering as a mom it was like an aha moment. Like, I can take care of my family naturally. I don't have to run to the doctor for everything. And it's not to say that doctors don't have their place and medicine doesn't have its place, but it should be, to me, the last line of defense rather than the first. So, 80% of your health and wellness issues basically can be solved or supported with oils and natural solutions. So I encourage you to, it's baby steps. It's not going to be all at once. All of a sudden, you just change over your whole lifestyle, and that's it. I am here to guide you every step of the way. This class is a basic class, so it's kind of just the beginning. And then, like I said, I will guide you through whatever your oil needs are, and I'll talk about that in more detail in a little bit. So does anyone have any questions so far? No. Okay. I'm going to just mute you guys so that the recording will be.
Yeah, you don't want to hear my background noise.
That's you. No, everyone was actually okay. But if you want to say something, feel free to unmute yourself anytime. And then also feel free to type in the chat as well, because I'll check that out too. So I will mute all. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. And my computer, like I said, is slow, so give me 1 second. Okay, so today, my goal is to empower you to know how to use these oils, like I said, during your pregnancy, through your labor and delivery, and also beyond with your baby and for your whole family in general. And we are going to just go through different categories of oils. And I wish that you could smell them with me, but you'll have to use your imagination since it's an online class. I usually do in-person classes. And hopefully once this ends, we will see each other at an in-person class. But for now, thank you for coming and thank you for being here and listening. the first thing we're going to go over is energy. And so one of the great ones for energy is peppermint. And so what you would do with peppermint is put it in your hand. Well, there's many things you can do with it. You can put it in your hand and rub your hands together and then just breathe it in and take in like 5 deep breaths, and it will really wake up your sinuses, wake you up and make you more alert. And it's, you know, much safer than a lot of caffeine and things like that during pregnancy. You can also even dip your finger in, like your thumb, and put it on the roof of your mouth to freshen your breath, address any digestive issues, because it helps with that as well. And it helps to clear brain fog, which I know during pregnancy is a big issue. So I even wake my son up with peppermint. We call it peppermint power. So I basically just don't give him a choice. I put it in my hands like that, and I'm like, peppermint power, peppermint power. And he doesn't love it, but it really works. So peppermint's one of my absolute favorites. It can also help with headaches as well. So you can put it on your forehead, on your temples, on the back of your neck. It even cools you off, putting it on the back of your neck or putting it into a spray bottle over the summer. It's getting warmer, hopefully, and we'll have to deal with that. And it helps with bugs. So it's double benefit there. So any questions so far? Oh, someone's waiting to come in. Christina. Okay, everyone's good so far. Hello, Christina. She's connecting to the audio, it says, although she's probably going to be muted. Hello? Oh, it says she's still connecting. Okay, well, in the meantime, okay, let's just wave. Okay. In the meantime, now we are going to just talk about essential oils in general. Many people wonder what exactly they are. They're just naturally occurring aromatic compounds, which just means that they're smelly things that come from plants. Each one has a different natural effect on your body. Actually, each one can have many different effects on your body because there's many different natural chemicals in each oil, and our body, it's like a lock and key. Our body knows exactly what to do with these oils because our body is made up of the same natural chemicals. So it really just is like, just balances out whatever needs to be balanced. It's really magic in my eyes. So they're very pure and potent. In doTERRA's case, 1 drop of peppermint, to give you an example, is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So pretty crazy when you think about how, you know, how powerful they really are, and also very cost effective because you really do not need a lot. So anyone have any questions about oils themselves or about energy? And I'll go over some other, another supplement I love for energy too, for that will help you during pregnancy. It's my favorite. Okay, so let's talk about happiness.
Can I just, I'm so sorry. With peppermint, isn't there something with breastfeeding with peppermint?
Yes, you can use it during your pregnancy, but during breastfeeding, it's recommended not to use it. So there's only 2 contraindications basically. One is the peppermint for the breastfeeding, and one is clary sage, which, you know, like I said, we're going to talk more about pregnancy, but clary sage is something that's reserved for labor and delivery, not during pregnancy, because of the hormonal component in it, so to speak. But your body, you know, it's not like scary where your body would do something you weren't meant to do anyway, but it's just better to keep it safe and just use clary sage. There's so many other calming oils to use during pregnancy that we're going to talk about that are completely safe. So clary sage is reserved for labor and delivery, and you'll see a blend later that involves clary sage during labor.
And it's supposed to, with peppermint, it does something with the production of milk, Brooke? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it somehow decreases your production of milk.
Okay.
Whereas fennel actually increases your production of milk.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Good questions, Jen. I can tell you've done this before. Okay, so now as far as happiness and mood, there's, when you really want to feel uplifted, citrus oils are the way to go. So we have lemon is a great one for feeling happy. If you think about where these oils are grown, they're grown on trees, they're grown up in the air, and they're uplifting. If you want to talk about calming oils and grounding oils, they grow in the ground, like deep-rooted trees and tree resins and things like that, or low to the ground like lavender. So pretty interesting. Now, citrus bliss is another one that I really like for helping with your mood support. It's actually over here. And that one is a mix of vanilla and wild orange. So it smells like an orange creamsicle. That one is really amazing as well. And you can get, I'll tell you later how you can get that for free as well. So I like to, once I have the peppermint in my hand, I like to put the citrus oil in there too, because the mint and the citrus oils are a really great combo. So you can play around with which mint and which citrus you like. I like grapefruit, I like tangerine. And lemon is amazing and detoxifying during pregnancy as well, which we're going to talk about. So again, it's really great as replacements for synthetic medications, which can cause side effects and bring toxic chemicals into our bodies. And especially during pregnancy, obviously we want to limit as many chemicals as we can. Everyone good with that before we talk about sleep? Okay. All right, so sleep. Who here is getting the perfect amount of sleep? No, okay. So as we know, lavender can really help with sleep and calming, but it also is one of the most soothing substances on earth. It calms anything itchy, rashes, things like that, irritations, and burns, bee stings. It's basically an anti-inflammatory, and it just calms the skin. So I have a roller bottle with lavender and fractionated coconut oil in like every room, because my kids are always needing it for something, like, oh, I have a hangnail, or, I burnt myself, or whatever. So it's really amazing. So, and lavender for sleep, you can put it in, your diffuser, you can put it on your pulse points, you can put it on your pillow. So you're getting it all three ways basically, which we're going to talk about in more detail, but you're getting it topically, aromatically, and internally. You can get it from our Serenity soft gels that has lavender and amino acids in them. So I'll touch on that in a little bit for that too, but that's perfectly safe for pregnancy as well. But one caveat is consult with your doctor, because you should always do that when you're, depending on if you have any pre-existing conditions, medical conditions, any issues during pregnancy, and just in general, and if you're on any medications, you want to always make sure that you check with your doctor before you use these oils. Now, let's see, lavender is, you can pretty much find it anywhere in anyone's garden. You see fake versions in TJ Maxx, with like linen spray and whatever else. But, while it's really easy to reproduce synthetically, in order to get the therapeutic benefits, you need to go to get the highest quality lavender from places like Bulgaria and France, where doTERRA sources their lavender. The soil was made to grow lavender, and so they don't need chemicals or pesticides or anything, and they have the highest ester count possible, which just means that they have the highest therapeutic value. So there's no regulation by any governing body when it comes to essential oils. They view it as a cosmetic product. So because of that, there is no regulation on what it says on the bottle. So you have to be very careful when picking your essential oils, because it could say literally anything on the bottle, 100% pure, medicinal, therapeutic grade, organic, it can even say, and it could literally be pretty much Febreze inside. And studies have shown that 80% of essential oils on the market are adulterated in some way, because it makes it go further. And, there's so much demand right now for oils. So if you are like, oh, wow, I got this great deal on Amazon, 5 for $10, you're not getting a great deal because that is pretty much perfume. So just be careful. doTERRA is the only company that I know of who actually is so stringent about quality. You can type in the lot number on the bottom of any of our oils and it shows like the 57 different tests that are done, the third-party testing, all the results and everything. So they really put their money where their mouth is where the oil quality is concerned. That's really what sets us apart from everyone else. Any questions? Just wanted to check in. No. Okay. So continuing, Serenity is another great one for sleep and stress. That one is has vanilla and lavender in it. So it's a, it's a little variation on lavender. So that's a great one too. So as far as stress goes, I know that it was brought up a lot in the group, the event group, about anxiety and stress. And I know that this can be a stressful time for anyone, but particularly people that are pregnant right now. So I wanted to definitely touch on oils that are great for calming. One major one is Adaptive. And Adaptive is a new blend that doTERRA came out with in September, and it's just been such a game changer. It comes with a bottle, like capsules. It comes with a roller bottle, which is right here, and I always have by my desk. And then it also comes with a regular bottle of oil. So it's a trio, and it helps with stress and anxiety in a big way. It's made such a difference for me. I take it every morning. I give it to my kids every morning, and it just kind of makes me feel like I have a shield almost that that just protects me where things happen to me, but it doesn't like go deep. It just kind of is something I can like check out, analyze, and then move on from. And I can tell when I forget. I'm like, oh my God, did I forget my Adaptive today? And my jaw is aching and I just feel that angst. And so I take that, within a half hour, I'm good again. So, and another one that's great for stress and anxiety, there's two other oils. Copaiba, which is like a CBD oil. It comes from a tree in the Amazon though, so it doesn't come from the same hemp plant as CBD, but it has a direct effect on those CB receptors in the brain. So it helps with calming the nervous system and things like that. Balance also is another great blend. It's it has a lot of deep-rooted trees. Remember I said that deep-rooted trees help with calming. So that is great in combination with these other calming ones like lavender, the Copaiba, the Balance, the Adaptive. So there are so many options, and there's so many different types of people, like different medications work for different people, different oils work for different people. So don't just try one oil and say, oh, all right, oils don't work. If that doesn't work for you, let's say lavender doesn't help you to sleep, then try Balance, try the deep-rooted tree ones, try the Copaiba. So, which is like the CBD, like I said. So even Roman chamomile, which is great for babies and for adults for sleep. So there are a lot of different options. Any questions? Okay. So next I just wanted to talk about respiratory system, because obviously that's big right now. We want to protect our respiratory system as much as possible and support it. Breathe oil is amazing for that. It has peppermint, eucalyptus, something called Ravensara, and it's very calming. Oh, and cardamom as well. And it's very calming to the respiratory system. So you can rub it on with some coconut oil. When I say coconut oil, I'm referring to liquefied coconut oil, which is called fractionated coconut oil. So the fatty lipids have been taken out and it's just liquefied. So it's a great way to dilute for yourself if you're putting it on topically, and it's an oil that might be not good for sensitive skin or something like that. Also for babies, and we'll talk more about dilution for babies later, but that's basically the way you would dilute oils, is with this fractionated coconut oil.
Can I ask one question, Brooke?
Mm-hmm.
With Breathe, and I've heard different things. Is it okay to diffuse Breathe for like newborns?
Yes, I mean, there are other ones that are recommended too, but Breathe is fine for newborns. It's just for any oils diffused for newborns. You just don't want to use a lot of it. You don't want to have a
Right.
really
Or
big
like right on
diffuser
top
in
of
a
the
really
baby.
small room with a
Yeah.
lot of oil. So you would just do 1 drop of Breathe. And then
Okay.
you can also
Okay.
use lemon. You can use the tea tree oil, melaleuca, in it too, which are good for the immune boosting of someone else who's in the waiting room. I wish I got like a ding or something when someone comes in the waiting room because I'm
I
like,
know. I hate that.
what's that?
I hate that. The waiting room. I wish they would just come in.
I know. I had to, yeah, because of all the security issues with Zoom lately, I've had to do the whole waiting room thing. But anyway, so let's see who came in. Oh, hello. So let's continue. So we talked about stress, we talked about Breathe. Oh, and Breathe oil also I love to throw around the shower. It's great for making it seem like a spa. So I love doing that. I keep a bottle of Breathe in the shower at all times. So that's a great one. And I also sometimes diffuse that at night because when I have respiratory issues at night, but I don't really have sleep issues. So I just use the Breathe oil. Now we're going to talk about pain. So tell me what hurts. Why don't you guys point to what hurts? I've had people like stand up and start like pulling down their pants. I'm like, oh no, you don't have to. You're all right. Melissa, what are you pointing to? Or you can unmute.
My dog's barking, so sorry, I am muted.
Oh, that's okay.
My back and just like my belly area for being pregnant.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a while ago, but anyone else?
My hips hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a bit too. Good oils for those tendons on the inner thigh area. Anyone else? Okay, so let's talk about, I'll just mute everyone again. Okay, so in terms of pain, we have some different oils that are great for that. Deep Blue is a great one. It reduces inflammation, helps with sore achy muscles. That's great in combination with the Copaiba I talked about, which is like the CBD oil, and Aroma Touch too. That's a massage blend that we have, and that's recommended a lot for aches and pains during pregnancy as well. So it has marjoram in it, it has peppermint, it has basil. So we're going to talk about that in a little more detail in a bit. The using oils topically, we talked about internal, topically, and aromatically, the 3 different ways. So using oils topically is best when you have a problem in a specific area. So you can rub the oils on whatever area hurts, like the tendons or your back or things like that. And Digest Zen is a good example of one that you would use topically, that you could use topically. So if you have a digestive issue and your belly is hurting, you can rub it diluted on your belly. And then it soaks in more slowly once it's diluted, but it stays in that particular area. If you want an overall effect to your system, like immune support, you could put it on the bottoms of your feet. And we're going to talk about immune support right after this. And then it soaks into your bloodstream within 2 minutes. So that's a really good way to get things into your system as well. And then you can put socks on and put your shoes on. And, if you don't want to smell the oils all day long, just put your socks and shoes on after, or in this case, since you're not leaving your house, just your socks. And then it has that, immune supporting effect. When I go out right now, I feel like I was saying in the group, I just feel so much fear. Everyone's like cowering from each other, and it's really a horrible feeling. And I feel like I have a suit of armor on because of these oils. And, my partner actually was using our On Guard sanitizer, which I'm going to talk about the On Guard products. This is our immune boosting product. And I don't know if you could see that. Yeah. So anyway, she was working in the city before this whole thing happened, and she was using this sanitizer on everything, her desk and her hands and things like that. And turns out every single person around her got the virus and she didn't. So like literally the person in front, behind, and on both sides. So this stuff really works. And it's really important to have as much immune boosting power as possible these days. So obviously that leads us into talking about in more detail about the immune system. So On Guard is something that you can, like I said, it has clove, it has cinnamon, it has a lot of great oils for immune boosting. And you can put it in tea. You can put it in a spoonful of honey or apple juice. You can even put it in water and drink it. Like sometimes I'll give my husband a shot of On Guard if he's not feeling well. And you could also put it into an empty veggie cap. There's those little gelatin capsules that you can put oils in and close it up, and then you take that and you don't even taste it. So it's up to you depending on if you like the taste or not of the oils. So, I wouldn't just say to take any oils internally. Like I talked about, quality is a huge thing. So make sure that that it's very high quality oil like doTERRA, and also on the side of the bottle, you'll see supplement facts. So you'll know that it's meant to be taken internally. So I should mention, even the ones at Whole Foods can't be taken internally. So that tells you something. So On Guard is so powerful for, keeping my family healthy that, doTERRA has incorporated into many other products. So like they have foaming hand soap. A lot of it's sold out right now, but it's coming back because it's just been in such high demand, as you can imagine. But anyway, foaming hand soap, household cleaner, and laundry detergent, and toothpaste, and the hand sanitizer I showed you, and things like that. So there are a lot of ways to be natural and also boost your immune system at the same time. Now, the Lifelong Vitality Pack is something else I wanted to touch on, which is right here. And I guess I'll bring the bottles over. So as far as foundational health, this is really packs a punch. And, it's very hard to get proper nutrition when you're pregnant because you're eating for two basically. And our food is depleted as it is. So unless you're eating this perfect diet, and I'm sure these days we don't have, we don't have time to do that. So this is recommended by the Essential Midwife, who you can search up on Facebook and online. And I'm going to also post a link with her her book and her information. She has a whole video with a lot of information I'm going to be telling you today. But this is what she recommends. The food nutrient complex, which goes into your system as real food, whole foods, not just as supplements. And then the essential fatty acid complex, which really helps as well. And then also the cellular vitality complex, which has a lot of brain boosting, great brain boosting herbs and other minerals in it. So, and these have essential oils in them as well. So again, she highly recommends this as your foundational support for immune support, and so you make sure you're getting the proper nutrition during your pregnancy. And I will go into other recommendations for pregnancy soon. All right, let's see. Okay, so I hope now that you know the basics of how you can boost your immune system, feel less stress, feel happier, more energy, take away pain, things like that, all with essential oils. So now I'm going to, let me just share my screen. Actually, first I'm going to pull up the presentation and view it as a, should I do it as slideshow? If I do it as slideshow, I feel like it's going to be a full page thing, and then I'm not going to be able to get back to you, but we will see what happens. All right. I'm not really that familiar with PowerPoint. I should have asked my son. Slide sorter, notes pages. Anyone know how I would show? I can press presenter view. Let's see.
You do the share screen. It's the bottom. It's like a little green button.
Yeah, I know how to share the screen, but the actual presentation itself, it's like full screen when I put it in slideshow mode. So
Yeah.
I'm not
We
sure.
might not see you, but at least we would hear you with the slides, from my knowledge.
Right. Okay. So I will try it this way. Hold on. And use slideshow. All right, I just have to figure out how to get back to you because now it's a full screen on my screen and it's like impossible to do anything
And then
else.
it's just a little button that says like stop sharing screen.
Right, but I'm not sharing at all. I'm just on PowerPoint right now and I'm trying to make it so I can screen, use presenter view. All right. I have to just go back to this. All right, I'm gonna just show you guys this way. Hang on, I'm gonna share my screen. And I'll just make it bigger. Okay. All right, do you guys see my window? I can probably change it now to be the full.
Yeah, and I can still see you on the side.
Okay, if I click slideshow,
Let me say.
let's see what we're
Do
gonna.
it.
Oh, good. I can still see you guys.
You did.
All right,
Perfect.
so now it's a full screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, learn something new every day. Thanks for your patience. All right, so I went through everything that the Essential Midwife recommended in her video that she made for doTERRA, actually, and some of these are things we've talked about, and some of these are extras that I can explain how to get later, but I wanted to at least tell you because this is more geared towards pregnancy in and of itself. Obviously, a lot of these things are good anytime, but they're definitely great during pregnancy. So one is, like I said, overall health. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack that I spoke of. Then we have what's good for digestion and connective tissue in general for your baby and for yourself at the same time is Terrazyme enzymes. They are they are something I take at every meal. She recommends taking them on an empty stomach when you first wake up and when you go to bed on an empty stomach, and then with every meal as well. They help you digest your food, and they are really good for the development of your baby. And obviously connective tissue is really important. You're building a human, so Terrazyme is really great for both of those things. Probiotics are recommended for your iron absorption, and also in general, healthy, good gut health is tied to healthy mood as well. So, and also your immune system. So probiotics are great, and ours are great because they have, it's probably going to be a little hard for me to show you, but they have two different parts to them. There are a prebiotic in it and a probiotic. So the prebiotic is what the good bacteria or the probiotic eats, basically. So it's double coated, and it makes it past the stomach acids into the colon, and then once it dissolves, the probiotic eats the prebiotic, and it helps to get that good bacteria proliferating in your colon. So that everyone in my family takes. It's amazing. She said take it 1, 2, 3 times a day for during your pregnancy. Nausea, we talked about peppermint. Ginger is another good one, and Digest Zen, which is our oil that I talked about. That did I talk about? Yeah, I talked about it, but I didn't talk about it in detail. That has a lot of great oils in it for digestion, including fennel and anise and things like that. So it smells kind of like black licorice, but that's really good for digestion. You can take it internally, or you can rub it on your belly. You can even I find that Digest Zen, inhaling it helps with nausea or stomach issues as well. Oops. So for exhaustion, which definitely happens during pregnancy, peppermint is another good one. Like I talked about, you can put it in your hands and breathe it in. You can diffuse it with some citrus oils for a nice wake up in the afternoon. And Mitomax is a great supplement that I have somewhere in here. So Mitomax is one that's great for natural energy so that you don't have to have caffeine. It's not caffeine based. It just helps with healthy circulation, healthy mitochondria. It kind of just gives me a second wind. So if you have that like really like down period, especially in the afternoon, sometimes take a couple of those and it just wakes you up, but it's not to the point where you couldn't go to sleep if you needed to. So it's just very subtle second wind and it really, really works. So anyway, so that's great for exhaustion. And then for sleep, as we talked about, we got lavender, serenity, which is our vanilla lavender blend. We got balance, which is all the deep-rooted trees. Roman chamomile is recommended, and I put that on the list because it's also good for babies. Frankincense, we didn't really talk too much about, but that is pretty much great for everything under the sun. It's great for skin, it's great for the nervous system, great for babies, immune support, everything you can think of, and calming. And then Serenity soft gels that we talked about before that have lavender and amino acids in them. So calming, all of the above, plus the adaptive trio that we talked about, the ones that are great for stress and anxiety. And I'll talk a little more about that later. Mood support, she recommends frankincense daily under the tongue. It's an acquired taste, I'm not gonna lie, but it really helps with brain fog, nervous system support, inflammation, and pregnant women always have a lot of inflammation. Speaking of inflammation, swollen ankles, she recommends citrus oils massaged in to your ankles with some coconut, of the fractionated coconut oil, and then also drinking citrus oils in water. Helps with your pH levels, helps detoxify. And you can also massage with our massage blend Aroma Touch. Cypress is another oil that's great for circulation, for massage. And then as far as your skin and stretch marks in general, Immortelle is a roller that she recommends. I don't often talk about that in the first class, but that's a great one for skin in general. It has a lot of great oils for the skin, and she said, you know, once you use a little of it, then you can fill it with more coconut oil, just because then it will go further, and because the belly gets to be pretty big, so you're rolling it on, and it helps with stretch marks. And I wanted to mention, this is BOGO week right now, at least while I'm recording this video, in April of 2000. And we have a frankincense roller that's, that when you buy that, you get a neroli roller for free. Both are really great for skin as well. So I just wanted to mention that too. And then the round ligaments, those ones that we were just talking about in the groin area that really stretch out during the 3rd trimester of pregnancy. She recommends Aroma Touch and white fur. And she also recommends white fur for babies too. That it's great for any kind of inflammation, pain, calming of babies. So let me continue. So then we have, during labor and delivery, we have the roller bottles that I posted that some of you guys are going to win. And I'll tell you how you can even get the whole set. This one is the Relax blend. So that has the grounding blend, which I wrote, because of copyright issues, it doesn't say the actual brand doTERRA name on here, but that's grounding blend is really Balance, which I've talked about. And then you would put you would use lavender, and then Restful blend, which is Serenity, the one that was vanilla and lavender. So you use those, you put the number of drops, and then you fill it with coconut oil. So that is right here. So roller bottles are really easy to make yourself, and we can certainly talk about that in the welcome pack that I give all my customers. It includes some empty roller bottles, so you can get started with that right away, but you can also buy them from doTERRA or on Amazon as well. And then for comfort, because obviously there's some pain, just a little bit of pain during delivery. Hopefully I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But so you can use our Deep Blue blend, which is soothing blend. Massage blend is Aroma Touch, and then black pepper and basil. So that's the recipe for that comfort one. And then I put other ones at the bottom that are great for discomfort as well. And a lot of those are great for babies too. Then the Energize one, because obviously you can run out of steam during your labor and delivery. Peppermint, wild orange, frankincense, and cypress is a great one for that. For actually helping to push and moving along labor. Clary sage, like we talked about, that's a great one to use during labor. Myrrh is another one. I know you guys have probably heard about that one before. And then geranium too. So those all to help with contractions and progress of labor. Then afterwards, we're going to want to soothe the area, obviously, so that all the soothing oils are here: lavender, geranium, frankincense, and something called helichrysum, which is one of my favorite ones for inflammation, pain, skin. It's called liquid stitches, actually, because it's so great at healing. So that one is in a spray bottle. So,
can I ask you one question?
Sure.
Now, I'm not going to pronounce it right because I never do. Sorry, my video's off. I can't pronounce it.
I don't know if I'm even saying it right because everyone pronounces it differently, but helichrysum, helichrysum, those are the two ways.
Isn't that a good one for the perineum to help stretching? Am I saying that right? That and frankincense maybe?
Yeah, that it helps. Well, it helps with after too, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it helped also with stretching that area and kind of making it more supple so there's no tearing and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's such a great oil for skin.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so next, I just wanted to talk about different, before I talk about this actual kit, actually, I'll just go off the share for now. Okay. So I just wanted to talk about the 3 different ways to get started, and then I'll give you a couple recommendations that I think would be great for anyone in your situation to get started with, but we can certainly talk afterwards and I can help you figure that out in more detail. The first way doesn't really make much sense because it's all retail, so if you like spending more money and not getting any discounts, then that's the way to go. So that's what you would pay for the oils, which is 25% more basically. And so people only really do that if they're buying one-off oils in a yoga studio or a chiropractor's office or something like that. The second way is, makes a lot more sense. It's buying things wholesale. So you get your own wholesale account. That's $35, and then you can pick and choose whatever oils or products you want at the 25% discount. You have your own account. I still am there to support you, and I help you decide what the next steps are on what your next oils are going to be, because we have a wellness consult that is free with your wholesale account. So basically you get me guiding you every step of the way. Like I said, this is just the beginning. This is the basic class, and then I help you once you get your oils. We talk, we go over any questions you have. We help you with what protocols you're going to use, any roller bottle blends you want to make, things like that. I give you your welcome kit that has stickers and it has empty roller bottles and lots of other goodies in it. But the most cost-effective way, and the way I got my oils, is with one of our packages, our wholesale packages, because that $35 fee is waived, and they discount all the oils and products in it, even off of the wholesale cost. So you're getting less than the 25% cost. So the 2 that I would recommend, there's one that just came out, which I think would be perfect for you guys. At least one of the perfect options, because I think there's 2 ways to go with it. One is the adaptive enrollment kit, and that is great because they just announced last week that there's now an app that's a state-of-the-art app for mindfulness meditation and biofeedback, and it comes with a year membership for the app, a year subscription, whatever you want to call it. And then it comes with the 3-pack of the adaptive products, which are the ones that I really recommend for stress and anxiety. And so it's really amazing technology that it actually records your voice doing journal entries and also saying an affirmation before and after each meditation. And it analyzes your voice data and tells you where you are on the emotional scale that day. And it helps provide different information for you. And that's what the biofeedback is. So it's this amazing technology. They hired some very smart scientists that had this company that does that voice recognition, and it's supposedly very accurate. So I'm very excited. I've used it a little bit, but I know that that's only the tip of the iceberg because, you know, like I said, we're just getting started. So, you know, I know that a lot of you mentioned anxiety and stress as one of your main issues, and that doesn't really go away once you have a baby. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew about this option because it does come with the app for a year plus, you know, so it's $150. It covers that $35 enrollment fee, and it comes with those 3 oils, the capsules, the regular oil so you can diffuse it, and the roller bottle so you can keep it in your purse and just use that as needed throughout your day for emotional support. Another option is the Healthy Essentials package. And we have other ones too, but I want to keep it simple. And I think that these 2 make the most sense. So it has a lot of the oils that we talked about today. It has the On Guard for immune support, the Breathe respiratory one, the ones for pain, the ones for digestion, the Copaiba for calming. It even has the adaptive oil. It comes with a diffuser, lavender and peppermint and balance. It's a great one to start out with, and then you can always add on after that. So you're going to have your own wholesale account. So, and when I meet with you, we talk about next steps and how we can fill in the blanks with other oils that aren't in these kits that we can, you know, get you so you're all set up for the end of your pregnancy and your labor and delivery and things like that. Let's see. And so that's $249. And again, it includes that $35 fee, and you save $104.50 off of what would be the price if you just got everything separately. And then we have freebies that I'm offering. So if you do get started by 8 o'clock tomorrow night, so that gives us time to talk, then you get the entire set that that I've shown you. Energize, Push, Soothe, Comfort, and Relax. I send you that as a gift. And also because I'm in a contest right now, you get, for any order over 100, which is pretty much any of the packages, you get a free bottle of our Citrus Bliss oil. That's the one that's like orange creamsicle, great for uplifting mood. And then you also get a bottle of Adaptive if your order is over 300. So depending, because you can also add on. So let's say you wanted to get the, sorry, that's the wrong direction. If you wanted to get this one, but then you wanted to add on Roman chamomile or white fir or clary sage, things that, for labor and delivery, things that are in those blends, then you can do it all at once, and you get over, if you get over 300, because this one's 200 PV, everything has a point value. If you get over 300, you get the an extra bottle of the Adaptive. So that's how that would work. And I'm going to pull a winner of everyone that's here, by the way, at the end too. I wanted to show you there's things like diaper rash cream and baby lotion and body wash and stuff. So we would talk about all of that. Obviously, you're not ready for it yet, but once we handle your oils for your general health, for your throughout your pregnancy, your labor and delivery, and then we start talking about what you would need to fill in the blanks for your baby. And this is a great set so that you're you know that it's totally natural, it has essential oils in it, and it's perfectly diluted for babies. So I just wanted to show you, that exists basically, because a lot of people don't even know. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? You could unmute yourself if you do. Okay, so hang on, I'm going to just change that, stop sharing. Okay. So I wanted to talk to you about next steps. And so first I'm going to pull the winner, and then I'm also going to, I'll post afterwards about the special offers, you know, the free citrus bliss and things like that, the different options for the packages that I recommend. So check that out. And then also, if you want to, and there's a participation, I'm going to pull a winner for the participation of who participated the most basically throughout the last 3 or 4 days that we've been chatting in the group. So I'm going to pull a winner from that, and I'm going to pull a winner specifically from the welcome post, because I said I was going to do that as well. So there'll be 2 winners from that, and then a 3rd winner here. And then obviously you'll be a big winner if you get started with the oils, and then you get the whole set together that you can use. And it's obviously an easy way to just, you know, bring this with you to your birth, your childbirth, and everything's all done for you. So here is an option. You can, let's see, let me share the screen again. Okay. So you can text me with your email address, and you'll get 5 more entries into my drawings that I'm going to pull from the participation of the last, 3 days. I'll add 5 entries when you text me, and just text me your email address. I can send you the presentation that I went over, so you have all this information at your fingertips as well. So, and you can do that now, or yeah, why don't you put my phone number in, because otherwise you will not see it, and then you won't know how to send this to me. So 609-410-1915. And let me come off of this. Does anyone have any questions? It's so different doing the virtual thing, because I have you all.
I know.
I have you all muted, and I'm like, I hope they're getting something from this, because it's hard to tell.
So much nicer to teach essential oils when you can smell them. But that's why I figured it'd be better for you to somehow figure out how to do it virtually, Brooke, than I botched it all out.
For sure. I've done other classes virtually so far, but it's nice to also have this one prepared too for the future. So, so that's good. All right, so let me pull the winner. I'm going to put everyone's names on here. And actually, I will stop the recording before I do that, because I don't think we need to have the drawing on recording. So I'll say goodbye to the recording, and thanks for joining us.